I think I'm going to bed now. I am such a treat to wake up to, you have no idea. I have combination skin, really dry around the cheek area and very oily here in my T-zone, which I think happens to a lot of people. And I used to suffer from cosmetic confusion. I was using 13 products a day, twice a day. Sometimes I'd add a couple just in case I missed out on something. And I've really pared down my routine to just 3 key products. So between my cleansers and my skincare, it's probably about 5 or 6 products I use every day. But I am heavy on high-tech tools. Everyone's told me I should be using a cleansing oil, which really helps melt off your makeup as your first step. So rather than doing a 2-step cleansing, I combine my oil and my gel cleanser. So 1 drop of oil and a drop of this gel cleanser. The gel cleanser has a little bit of exfoliating and it's very gentle. There's a lot of debate about whether you should dampen your face before you start taking off your makeup. So I try to use as little water as possible. So I massage my cleanser and then rather than using too much water to rinse off my face, I use a muslin cloth. This is the thinnest muslin cloth that I've ever found. And I put on some spa cleansing water, which is like a micellar water from Koh Gen Do. So you wipe it off and be really gentle with your face. I can't stress that enough. You only have one face. Okay. I'm very methodical, as you'll see. Trust me, it pays to be methodical because it's your face. But do you see how you've avoided using water but really cleaned your face? And when I do wear eye makeup, which I have on today, I will use the Almay makeup wipes, but they're really small. But it really takes off everything. I use the gentle version, oil-free, because I have lash extensions. You have to be really careful. You spend all that money on those lash extensions, you don't want to rip them off. I have several different routines depending on my skin's needs. If I'm traveling and there's a lot of pollution, like in New York City or one of the bigger cities, then I use my ultrasonic deep pore cleanser. This is like a samurai blade. Always dampen your skin before you use your ultrasonic blade because you really want to get in there. So this is when I like to use my Evian mister. I buy one of these small ones, it's like an ounce, and it lasts me months. Just a light spritz. The reason you want damp skin is it provides a small barrier between the ultrasonic ion cleanser and your skin. I've been using this for about a year. I got it in Japan. And it's so satisfying when you go around your nose and it cleanses everything. You see blackheads and pores. You do turn red, so I recommend doing this at night. You want to just scrape up. And I do about 3 swipes per area. So I divide my face into a quadrangle. 3 swipes on the bottom, 3 swipes on the top, and really get that chin. You know, the reason we have congestion around the skin, what I've been told, I'm not a doctor or anything, although I call myself Dr. Mommy, is because we're constantly touching our faces. So I'm a hand phobe. I do not touch my face. So when you touch your face constantly, or if you have food allergies or any kind of hormonal stuff, that's when it gets really congested. So I just discovered a new tool, which I'm really excited about. This is the Hollywood EGF from Georgia Louise, who is like the celebrity facialist. So I love this tool because the micro needling part is disposable and so you don't have to worry about bacteria getting to your skin, and there's a galvanic current that really helps induce collagen. It's all about that. And since I'm traveling, I'm a little tired, I'm gonna use this. And just gently, really gently go over your skin. And it doesn't hurt, I promise. The reason Georgia Louise came out with this was because a lot of us are we're just over treating our skin, and there are some tools out there are actually too strong for skin types. So this has a cover that protects it and it limits how deep it can go. I've been doing microneedling at my doctor's office for about 12 years. It's really changed my skin because any kind of trauma you do to your skin, it kind of activates your collagen growth. And so far I'm loving it, and you only need to use it once a week. After I clean my face, this is when I do my rolling. This is what I do every single night. My favorite roller, ReFa. And I love this one because it has so many functions. Like you have your eye roller, which is what we've seen, but it also has a jawline sculpting function. So I just do about 3 rolls. I think the rule of thumb is just 3 if you don't know how many times you should roll. And then of course you have the eye roller. And then for your forehead, upwards and outwards. Anything you do, even when you wash your face. And this is something my grandmother taught me, gua sha. So that's why this ReFa has all these functions. This is lymphatic drainage. Especially all of us with our tech neck, we're constantly looking down. And finally, the pointed edge is where you do acupressure points. Just follow the lines of your face. The bone structure, go up. If you want to define your cheekbones. I used to use 13 products a day, twice a day. Now, I've pared it down to just 3 products. And so I developed U-Beauty Resurfacing Compound with one of the top medical grade labs in Italy. I thought to myself, you know, we put a man on the moon. Why can't we create one really great product, not to replace all the products in the world, but how about just 6 of them? So the Resurfacing Compound is your toner, your glycolic and multi-hydroxy acids, your vitamins A, C, and E, and your hyaluronic acid, right? So I use about 1.5 pumps. So it also refines your pores and it tones, lightly hydrates, brightens because of the high levels of vitamin C, and tightens. And it feels like a taut shield. Everyone who's used it, beauty editors, have told me when they put it on, they feel like immediate tightening. And that's what this does. And for all the actions to take place, you really should let it dry. 30 seconds is minimum. I like to give it a full 2 minutes. So, my resurfacing compound is completely dry. It's time to moisturize. My favorite moisturizer is Augustinus Bader's Rich Cream. It feels so good on the skin. It's like my skin just drinks it up. And the resurfacing compound actually creates channels so that any cream you put on after is absorbed deeper into the skin. But to be honest, I don't love cleaning my face because you're taking makeup off. And when you're putting it on, it's like exciting you're going out. Because as a kid, I always hated going to bed. And here's another tip for you. So you don't waste product. Use the back of your hands. Yeah, there you go, see? I'm Chinese, and in our culture, good skin is the highest praise. And from the time I was 5 years old, I remember my grandmother just piling my plate full of chicken feet, and then she would tell me to eat chicken butt. She's like, this is gonna be the best skin. And then I was force-fed bone broth every single day. And we had pork bone broth, beef bone broth, chicken bone broth, ham bone broth, mushroom bone broth. Literally, we were the Bubba Gump of bone broth. But now that it's like trendy, I'm like, wait, I know how to make all the broths. That's what I was raised eating because we believed in beauty from the inside out. And now I know the reason she was force-feeding me chicken butt, I think was because I was the youngest and Chinese people don't like to waste. And so they gave it to the little kids telling them that they'll have good skin. But chicken feet was because of the collagen. That's an actual thing. So I love chicken feet. I was trying to find some to eat tonight, but it's hard to find chicken feet delivery in New York City. Shocking, I know. So my final cream in my 3 product routine is Clé de Peau's Eye Creme Supreme. One of the reasons I love it is for this free roller. Remember, I'm Chinese. I love anything free. And you have to be really delicate around the eyes. I know I've said this earlier and I want to say it again. There's no sebaceous glands. The eye area is the most delicate, so be very gentle. Now that I'm in skincare, I found out so many reasons why we have puffiness and dark circles. So as we age, our vascular function is not as good as it was when we were 5 years old. So as the vasculars weaken, then fluids drain into your face, and then it kind of collects under the eye. So you want to roll it gently. And then I tap. You want to tap. Never rub. You can tap or you can gently do it in circular motions and pretend you're a facialist. There you go. And if you have any leftover excess, again, don't waste. Put on your lips. Eyes and lips. Just there. So now I've applied my 3 products and I want to make sure it really works for me and it's absorbed deep into the skin. So I love using Skin Ink Tri-Light. Red is for wrinkles, blue is for acne, yellow is for skin brightening and pigmentation, so I do orange. Or you could do purple if you're more oily. So there's 5 settings. And I just gently roll it across your face to help. Close your eyes when it, like this area. You don't want to like blind yourself. I read LED light is really safe, but always err on the cautious side, people. So I go around the pigmentation and I let it sit there because this is supposed to help lighten. I feel like it's done pretty well, but mainly it just feels good. It'll heat up, and I do think it helps my products absorb deeply. I don't know about all the other claims, but it feels good. I've watched my grandmother roll my entire life. I used to be called into her room because I was, one of the younger kids, and you'd have to roll her legs because she was tired, and she would there was a wood roller for the back of her calves. There was a giant roller for her back. There was like a jade roller for her neck. There was a gua sha stone. And I remember my older cousins would be like offering to give me candy if I would go roll my grandmother, and I loved it. Everyone would be like, no, not me. And I'm like, yes, I want to learn. I was the smart one. You should see how they look. I'm kidding. If you're in really dry weather, or you're in the mountains, or even at the beach, extreme weather conditions, I like to take care of my lips. And this is a lip polish from Is Clinical. I get it from my dermatologist, Serious Skincare. And I have this Nurse Jamie, like lip scrubber. So you're gonna give yourself a nice little lip massage and kind of like making out with it. Get your skin nice, your lips nice and smooth. This is a lip balm. There you go. When I'm traveling to extreme conditions like Aspen or going to some remote island and it's hot and my skin gets a little dry, I like to add just sometimes a little drop of Vintner's Daughter oil, and I dab it. Don't be afraid of oil, guys. I think it's such a misconception when people think, well, I have oily skin, I can't use oil. Oil actually helps control oil. When you over dry your skin, it gets all dehydrated, and you think because you have to over cleanse, and then you break out because your skin is working overtime to produce oils because you're over drying it. So oil combats oil. So don't be afraid of it. This is my latest contraption. I feel like I'm a mad scientist sometimes in my own bathroom. I have all these things. This is the TRIPOLLAR, and it releases a radio fractional wave the way you would get when you go for your RF treatments at your doctor. Radio fractional waves are said to stimulate collagen. It doesn't hurt, by the way. Stimulate collagen growth and remodel your dermis from the inside out. This is called a TRIPOLLAR. I just got this, so I'll have to report back how much I love it. But I have done radio fractional treatments, Secret RF, which is a microneedling with radio fractional waves, and it does help with tightening. I love this dry brush from Dr. Barbara Sturm. I'm not going to strip down for you, as much as I know everyone would love to see this body. Dry brushing really helps the circulation and allows your body to absorb any lotions you put on after. I mean, we've all been there when you put on lotion and try to put on a pair of jeans. Is that painful? So painful. So dry brushing helps because it'll absorb the lotion, and then you can put on your jeans if you're not going to bed and you're actually going out. So I like to do it at night. And then I follow with Uma body oil. I love body oils. Body oils at night, oh, it feels so good. Then you touch yourself and you're like, oh, my skin is so soft. This oil really absorbs well, so it's not that sticky. And if I am a little sticky, it's just, cost of being me. I'm gonna share something with you that might gross you out, so here's a warning. I only wash my hair once a week. But what I do every night is I have this little hair massage thing. It's a detangler you can just get on Amazon. It costs like $3. And I break down the oils in my scalp so that it doesn't get clogged up, because if you don't wash your hair that often, it can actually lead to hair loss, I was told, I read. So by doing so, you're spreading the hair oils into the rest of your hair, and that's why my hair is so shiny. Like, look, I'm not conceited, I swear. It really works. Okay, I'm almost done. Every night before I go to bed, I put on my CO chest pad. These are reusable, so you can use it. It says like to use it for 2 weeks. I use mine for a month because you just like rinse it off in the morning because, you know, remember, I'm frugal. This prevents chest lines from forming while you're sleeping. I call it my bed belt. Not a seat belt for a car, but a bed belt. And I swear, you guys, I mean, look at this. I've had friends tell me I have the chest of a teenager. Yeah, it's worth it being me. I have the worst tech neck because I'm constantly looking down at my phone. I'm trying to do this, but you forget. So I like to use this neck patch, also from CO. And again, it's reusable and it's really sticky. So I make this last a long time. And sometimes during the day, I'm wearing this and you just don't know because it's like clear. Although once someone saw it and they were like, is something wrong with you? And you just like do this. Before I sleep, I take my Equilibria CBD drops. So I love this company so much because it's female-led and female-founded, but also they only use the hemp flowers, which is like 3 to 4 times more potent than hemp seeds or the stalk or any of the cheap other stuff that people like to put into CBD. If you think I'm careful about what I put on my face, imagine how careful I am about what I eat. You just... Thanks for getting unready with me. Are you exhausted? I'm tired. Oh, I'm gonna finish my bone broth. The reason I drink it at night is because it contains essential minerals and glycine, which helps you sleep better while it's renewing your collagen.